Hi, everyone. This is Michelle Gramoglia, the President and CEO here at Woodland Pond at New Paltz, and this is my weekly address for Tuesday, the last one of 2022. And today's date is Tuesday, December 27th, 2022. I just have a few things here today, and I guess I'll go through calendar items first. On Thursday, which is December 29th at 3 p.m. in the PAC, it will be the final resident association meeting of the year. So this is where all residents are invited to come. All residents are members of the resident association, and there should be at least one annual meeting per year. We typically have two, maybe three, but your residents council is hosting that final meeting of the year. And there's going to be primarily a wrap up of the year and also a video retrospective of the Council Connection interviews that were done this year. So I think that will prove to be pretty cool. So if you can attend that on Thursday at 3 p.m. in the PAC, I would recommend doing so. On Friday, the December 30th at 3 p.m. in the PAC, the Simple Melodies session, which is normally done by Gretchen on the piano, is actually going to be done and accompanied this week, by the Accord Starlight Duo, who you will know from many happy hours here on campus, many options or opportunities for music in the courtyard. This is Larry and Susan bringing their light jazz standards, blues, Motown, the Beatles, and their original music. And there will also be an accompaniment by Len Kobrinsky on the keyboard. So it sounds like it's going to be a really great sing-along. This is available for everyone, and I think that you should enjoy that. On Saturday, December 31st, which is New Year's Eve, we will be kicking it off with a presentation of New Year's with Andre Rieu at 7 p.m. in the PAC, and then a New Year's party will begin at 9 p.m. in the game room. This is a bring your own everything party, except that we will provide champagne, glasses, napkins, plates, and utensils. So refreshments, food, wine, adult beverages, whatever you'd like to drink, you should bring that. So typically folks bring maybe a little for themselves, maybe something to share. It ends up coming together nicely every year. And that will be in the pub and game room area starting at 9 p.m. on New Year's Eve. Now, moving on to some other non-calendar related items. It is my understanding from speaking to a number of you that it seems that the Christmas Eve special dinner was a pretty good success. And I actually had a few moments to verify the results as they came through the Happy or Not machine, which we have incidentally relocated to the closer side of the hostess station, so it's easier to remember to do this. We received 145 responses, and 90% were overwhelmingly positive. So I am just thrilled with that. I'm so proud of the team. They really pulled off a spectacular dinner. I hope you all really enjoyed it. The staff really enjoyed preparing it for you, and I'm so glad that we did it this way. I also understand that the complimentary breakfast in the pub on Sunday was a big hit. So kudos to the culinary team here at Woodland Pond. You have taken us through basically a month of, well, plus, including the gala, going all the way back to really September. You've just done one amazing event, holiday service, staff holiday party, Christmas. It's all been fantastic. Hanukkah. I saw some rave reviews about the matzo ball soup and a number of the other Hanukkah dishes there in the Happy or Not machine. So congratulations to everyone. I know the holiday season is really challenging for the culinary team, and you really pulled it off. And thank you to everyone for your feedback. I would strongly encourage, I get the Happy or Not reports every Monday right to my computer. I look at those as one of the first things to kind of set the tone for my week, talk with the team about, what worked this past week, what didn't, how can we pivot, what can we, change. to find those changes that we're looking for. So please do use that Happy or Not machine after your meals there in independent living main dining room. They are looked at. We read them in detail. Amy was just in my office. We went through every single result from the last week. And so they're very helpful. So I hope you're taking the time to do that. Today, we welcomed Marion Malquois. She is our new assisted living and garden view unit manager. She's a licensed practical nurse, and she comes to us with significant assisted living and memory support experience. This is very exciting for us. Charlene McCumber, who has been in that role for a number of years, had looked for a different opportunity here on campus. So she's actually going to be taking a position that will be primarily a go-between between physicians' offices and our residents, mainly in assisted living and some support for skilled. And she'll be also doing some additional support for the skilled nursing and assisted living units, while the management of assisted living and garden view will turn over to Marion. So Marion hit the ground running this morning, and she will be either in the office upstairs or, working with the other team members to do her onboarding over the next month or so. But we're very excited about Marion joining the Woodland Pond team. She announced this morning at our morning reports that she has wanted to work here for many years, and we just didn't have the opening for what she was looking for. So she's thrilled to be here. So welcome, Marion. Likewise, today, I have actually started my 3 weeks of shadowing of Philip Mail, our Director of Long-Term Care, so that I'm ready to also hit the ground running when he starts his sabbatical in 3 weeks. This is something that we had previously announced to you, and the actual sort of day-to-day now getting me ready is underway. So the typical plan, although it's not completely set in stone, is that I'm going to begin my day physically each day in the health center, certainly during the next 3 weeks as I just get myself reacclimated with the, sort of a day-to-day of running the units. But then certainly once the sabbatical starts, I'm sorry. So we have a morning report meeting every weekday, both for skilled nursing and then separately for assisted living. So I attended both of those this morning. And that's really a deep dive of all of the clinicians that are here present for the day for each unit. And we go through every individual resident. This is every day to talk about anything that has changed overnight, anything that has occurred, new physician's orders that we need, any kinds of falls that might have happened, any symptom onset, those kinds of things. All of that is discussed in morning report. And then the team talks about interventions, what needs to happen next, and those kinds of things. So I attended that this morning, and we'll do so, the balance of weekdays, really for the next essentially 4 months. And once Philip is on sabbatical, I will help facilitate those meetings and so forth. And just a reminder, I can't remember if I put this in the initial memo when I announced that Philip will be taking the sabbatical. I have acted as the administrator 2 or 3 times in the past during my tenure here as the CEO. Not since Philip has been here, but when we've had vacancies in Philip's role, I have been the acting administrator of record. And so in order to kind of always be prepared for that, I am always doing what's called chart review. So reviewing the medical records, talking with the team, staying on top of the individual residents. But these morning report meetings are a little bit more of a deep dive. So I will be attending those, and that kind of gets me ready for the day and understand, what the nursing staff might be facing for the day and those kinds of things. So I'm really, really, really excited about, having the ability to do this. It's one of the things I enjoy the most about Woodland Pond, and having the opportunity to do that on such an involved level is very exciting to me. And I will absolutely be tapping my other leadership members and Cameron Ilgner as our strategic initiative specialist, but also in many ways, someone that's very capable and able to help me take, other things off my plate while I take on this role temporarily. You're going to see a lot of, people that are, normally if you might come to me for something, we're going to be giving you instruction on who to go to. And then my expectation is after I attend the morning in the health center, I plan to come to independent living and carry out my day in the afternoon here. Now that will change from time to time. Either way, I'm available 24/7 essentially. And I'm very excited about this. I'm glad we're going to be able to do something a little unique here with that sabbatical for Philip. And we're just getting ready for it. Another exciting bit of news that's sort of under development right now. I don't know if I have informed the group at all about the fact that since COVID, essentially all of the clinical training programs in our area for certified nursing assistants, home health aides, and licensed practical nurses have essentially evaporated. The typical training programs that were hosted by BOCES, whether it be in Ulster County, Orange County, or Dutchess County, and then the local, typically community college-based licensed practical nurse training programs did not come back online after COVID for a number of factors to the same level that they did before COVID. So getting access to new members of the healthcare, long-term care profession has been very, very challenging, not just for Woodland Pond, but for the industry as a whole. Because when there's nothing new coming into the market in terms of personnel and staff from those training programs, everyone's pulling from the same pool. So we've seen increased turnover. We've seen sort of very cutthroat staffing. And so we had actually started the planning process to become a state licensed certified nurses training program center here at Woodland Pond. And we're preparing to submit that application to the Department of Health so that we can become our own training site and certification site for at least for CNAs. In the last month, it has come to our attention that the Dutchess County BOCES vocational program actually is resuming its certified nurses training program in January. And we have over a dozen existing staff members that are not currently certified nursing assistants that have immediately expressed an interest in participating in that training program. So we are so excited. We always like to see upward mobility of our staff, opportunities for advancement. We provide tuition assistance and support. This is really fantastic, and we're so glad that BOCES has agreed to give us some, not all of the slots in their classes, because they're trying to train people all over the place, but looks like we're going to be able to get maybe 5 or 10 of those first 12 into this session in January. And then obviously we've expressed to BOCES how excited we are and potentially could we get some additional spots in future programs. I believe that we intend to continue to potentially pursue the opportunity to be our own training site, but that's, a lot of red tape, a lot of bureaucracy and cost, because we'd have to hire instructors, find classroom space. There's equipment that needs to be purchased. Doing this through an outside organization like BOCES allows a much more turnkey, although not free, cost-effective way to do this relatively quickly and get as many people here certified as they'd like to. We have also since September seen at least one of the local licensed practical nurse programs come back online, and we are currently providing tuition assistance for 3 existing staff members that are certified nursing assistants to pursue their LPN licensure. And we're providing full tuition assistance for those 3 staff members for that program. And I love being able to share this kind of information. We're very committed to developing our staff. There's nothing more that we would like to do than to see our staff members elevate themselves, throughout their tenure here at Woodland Pond. And I love it that we can announce these kinds of things. The last thing that I just wanted to announce, I will be sending out, notification of this as required. We do currently have 2 residents that are positive for COVID in skilled nursing. Not unexpected, since it's now post-holidays. So we will keep a close eye on this. We will continue to test people. Both are relatively mildly symptomatic, and we're, again, not seeing significantly severe illness. I believe both are taking Paxlovid right now. Both are fully boosted. And then we do have one case of a resident that has the flu in Garden View. So we will be announcing that to you as they come up as well. So, if someone in the health center does, test positive, we're required to report that. And of course we will, both now for the COVID and for the flu. So just keep your eye on my listserv notifications, the Chanticleer that will come out at the end of the week, and then these weekly addresses to keep those updates fresh for you. I'm in all week if you need anything. Otherwise, if I don't see you, I hope you have a very happy new year. And I look forward to starting 2023 on a very positive and exciting note. Thank you.